Hi everybody, my name is Bree and welcome back to my channel, Bree's Arts. Okay everybody, so for today's video we are going to tackle just some neutral, lovely, gorgeous home decor for Christmas. I've used in this video mostly Dollar Tree items, some items from Dollarama, and of course some scraps just laying around the house. I honestly think that one of these pieces is probably the most beautiful thing I've ever made. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and with all of that being said, let's get into the first DIY. All right, everybody, here we go. DIY number one. Fa la 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 la. And so I'm taking a couple of pieces of 4x4 and I've cut one 8 inches and one 10 inches, and I'm going to take my chalked white chalk paint from Bristolium and Sublime, paint them up. I did use 2 coats of that white chalk paint. And check out these adorable little toques. I got them at Dollarama. Aren't they just so adorable? Oh, I love them. And yes, I did say toques. These are toques, not beanies. It's a Canadian thing. And so I just took a little bit of polyfill, filled up the toques so that they're, you know, nice and kind of poofy, and put them on top of our little blocks of wood. Now taking a few buttons here, I got these at Dollarama as well. I'm just going to hot glue those onto the white pieces of 4x4 here, and these are going to be our little eyes, just tucking them under, you know, about halfway, just so they're kind of peeking out of the rim of the toque, and then taking some hot glue and just securing the toques right onto the wood so that they don't move at all the way around. And there we go. Look how cute. Okay, so taking a couple of these wooden Christmas trees, I got them at the Dollar Tree, and my orange chalk paint, I am going to paint these up, and these are going to be the little noses for our snowmen that we're creating here. Don't they work out perfectly? Oh, these little trees just, you know, noses. And just grabbing a little bit of hot glue and throwing those on right in between our eyes there. Look how cute they are. And now taking a couple of these burlap roses. I got them at the Dollar Tree in the fall, I believe it was. And there's a lot of extra material that's on the back of them. So I just, you know, snipped that off with my scissors so that it's out a little bit more flush. Taking a piece of this pine branch and just hot gluing those to the toque. So, you know, we have a girl snowman and we have a boy snowman. They're so adorable. And taking this beautiful burlap and lace ribbon, I got this at the Dollar Tree as well. We're just going to create some scarves for our snowmen here. So the first one, we'll just, you know, tie it in a knot and then cut off the excess so that it's the right length for the tails there. Eventually, I promise I cut it off. There we go. And then I just kind of put a little knot in the middle, like a faux knot. So just folded it over, put some hot glue there, and then a little bit of hot glue under the tails so that they're, you know, so they don't move around too much. And then taking this adorable ribbon, also from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to create a scarf for our other little snowman here. So again, you know, just grabbing a piece there, cut it off, create a knot. This one is just going to be a regular old knot in it. And I am going to secure that down with some hot glue on both sides of the tails there. And that is it, you guys. Look at these. Look at these snowmen. I love them so much. And they were so easy. And aren't they just so adorable? Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, so I'm just popping in here really quick because I wanted to let you know about some fundraising that I am part of through my office. You guys know that I have a day job, and this year we have decided to do some fundraising for our local food bank. So I'm not sure if you guys know this, but $1 that is donated to the food bank will purchase 3 meals for a family in need. So what I have done to contribute to this fundraiser is I have donated one of my Christmas decor pieces that I have created to the office so that we can raffle it off. And we've raised quite a bit of money doing the raffle as well. So I just wanted to kind of throw it out there into the YouTube universe that if you wanted to be a part of my fundraising for my local food bank, I have my Buy Me a Coffee link down in the description box. So when you buy me a coffee from now until December the 17th, all of the proceeds from that coffee will go towards my local food bank. Now, the best thing about this is that my employer is also matching all donations up to $5,000. So we could potentially be raising 10 grand for our local food bank. Wouldn't that be just completely amazing? Oh my goodness, it would be so great. So what you can do, like I said, visit my Buy Me a Coffee link and put for the food bank in the description. You guys can all see exactly how much I have raised from now until the 17th on my Buy Me a Coffee page, and then I will donate that through my employer to the food bank. So if you are so inclined, I would love it if you would give back and help me support my tiny community by buying those meals for people in need. Thank you so much to all of my subscribers. You bring me so much joy, and I just want to pass that joy on to others this Christmas. Now, with all of that being said, you guys, let's get back into those DIYs. And here we go, DIY number 2. So we are taking 13 beads, painting them white. 5 we're just gonna leave natural. 5 we are going to do with antique wax, and then we are painting 6 of these little Christmas trees in our moss green. This would not be Breeze Arts without making a beaded garland, so here we go. And so after I've painted these Christmas trees in that moss green, I'm just taking some white chalk paint, and we're just going to, give it kind of a snow effect, going down on the ridges just to bring those out, make them pop, and make the little trees look like they have snow on them. And you can also see I did drill holes with my power drill, just so that I could string these beads along, the beaded garland. I just lost the footage, of course. It happens. Once a video, it happens. And there I am, just taking my chippy brush that I got from the Dollar Tree. And those work really, really well when you want to distress things. I love them. And so here we're taking this wooden Christmas tree from the Dollar Tree, removing the glue on the back and the sticker. And then we are also going to take our power drill and put a hole right on the top. So this is going to be the medallion of our beaded garland. And there's my little ladybug doing her ladybug thing. Oh, she's a mess, that girl. And now again, taking my moss green chalk paint, I am going all the way around, front, back, side, ridges, like the entire thing with that moss green chalk paint. And then taking a little bit of a larger chippy brush there. I'm pretty sure I got it at Walmart, and just giving that, you know, a little bit of distressing to bring out all of the edges and whatnot. And again, make it like all snow covered and lovely. So these little wooden circles I got at Dollarama. There's a whole bunch of different sizes in this package. I chose the biggest size. I'm sorry, you guys, I have no idea how big that circle is. And then one of those little laser cutout stars from the Dollar Tree. And so I'm just painting up that wooden circle with my white chalk paint, and then we are going to put that star on top. You can kind of see I'm just kind of finagling with it, trying to figure out placement and whatnot. And then grabbing some jute cord here and just going around and giving that little detail around the boughs of our little Christmas tree. You guys know that in my home I'm doing very, very neutral colors this year. Green, white, brown, gold, metallics, like all of that. So that's the theme in this house this year. And you guys can do whatever you want. Like if you don't have the colors, or you don't necessarily like the colors that I'm using, or your theme in your home is different, switch it up. You could use ribbon instead of twine. Like there's a bajillion things that you could do. This is just for inspiration. So you can see there, I did put a little circle on the back of the bigger circle to make that circle pop out a little bit, and then hot glued that star right onto the circle. And now taking some more of that twine there, I am just going to go through the tree, tape off the end there so that I can string my beads through. So the pattern that I'm using for this garland is I start off with 4 white beads, and then I will put a Christmas tree on, and then I will go antique, natural, white, and then Christmas tree. And that will go all the way down the garland and then end off with the 4 white beads at the very end there. And so here I'm just taking some more of that twine from the Dollar Tree, wrapping it around my fingers like a gajillion times, and just threading that through the loop so that we can make our tassel. And just taking a little bit of hot glue, we're just going to tie off the tassel with another piece of jute cord here. And so just going around and around to make that, you know, to tie off the tassel, right? And then hot glue, put that down nice and secure, cut off the excess, and then we are going to cut through the loops there so that we can make this tassel nice and fluffy. So just grabbing, you know, an old hairbrush, I'm just brushing out all of the pieces of the twine there to make it, you know, so it's nice and full and lovely. And then I did cut off any of the scraggly bits as well, tying off that tassel. And that is it. Isn't it so pretty? Oh my goodness. I love this garland. All right, you guys, and this one is hands down my favorite, DIY number 3. So we are going to take one of these kind of brass looking rings, like wreath forms. I got them at the Dollar Tree back in the spring, but they usually have them, you know, kicking around in the craft section. And I got these lamb's ear on Amazon. I know that, you know, people down in the States can get the lamb's ear from Walmart. I don't know if it's just not in Canada, but I cannot find it in a single one of my Walmarts, and we have a bunch in our city. So yeah, it's really bizarre, but you know, you deal with what you have. And I'm just placing those onto the wreath using zip ties so that, you know, if I want to switch things out, maybe put some ivy on it instead, or you know, any kind of different Christmas florals, you know, switch it up every year, then I can do that. And so I did that on both sides with my lamb's ear and the zip ties. And now I'm taking some of these berry picks these ones are from Dollarama. I know that Dollar Tree definitely does have something that is quite similar. And I'm just kind of arranging these in with the lamb's ear. You know, tucking it in there, and then I will secure those picks with the zip ties as well. So, you know, just finagling around, making sure that everything looks good. And like I said, I will just thread those through, grab a zip tie, and around the stem so that it's nice and secure. Isn't this so pretty, you guys? I'm telling you, this is probably the most beautiful thing I've ever made. I love it so much. It's so gorgeous. And so after that's all done, just grab my wire cutters and cut the bottom of the ring in half. And then taking one of these wooden blocks that I got at the Dollar Tree, I'm just going to put a couple of holes, kind of like a third up on two sides, because what we're going to do, as you can see here, is just, you know, place the wire of that wreath form in there and make sure it's nice and secure. So I put some E6000 on there and then just pushing that through so that the E6000 goes into the holes so that the wreath form does not move at all, and it's nice and snug and secure in there. And then you see here, using those zip ties, I can just pull the greenery down to the bottom of the ring, and it's perfect. And so here I'm just using some of these gold ornaments that I got at the Dollar Tree and some ribbon as well. This is kind of like a burlap and gold and cream colored ribbon that I got at the Dollar Tree. And I'm just threading that through the top of the ornament. And then I am just going to hot glue that tail, you know, right, like the ribbon right to itself, if that makes sense. You can see what I'm doing, you know. I did that. And then just cutting that off, and we're going to do that to all three of our ornaments here. So then just grabbing some hot glue, putting some hot glue onto the wreath form, and then putting the ribbon on there, and then again hot gluing the remainder down the ribbon. So you can see here, hot glue, and then putting the ribbon around, and then hot gluing the ribbon to itself so that it does not move. And there you can see things are falling all over the place. And so I did 3 different lengths. You'll see in the reveal shot how beautiful this is. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty. It's in my living room right now, and I honestly cannot stop staring at it. It's so, so pretty. Now, taking a couple of pieces of the lamb's ear as well, I did cut them down a little bit. So it's like kind of half of one of those sprigs that we used at the beginning. And I zip tied them together. So we're just making a teeny little swag here. And I am hot gluing a little bit of those berries into the middle there. And we're going to put that on the very, very top of our wreath form, just to cover up where the ribbons are attached, and zip tie that on to the wreath form. And that is it, you guys. It's so easy and it makes such a statement. I love this piece. Seriously, so much. It is so gorgeous. All right, you guys, that is it for these lovely neutral Christmas decor DIYs. Isn't that beautiful? Like I can't even get over it, how pretty that is. It's so pretty. And so remember, you guys, please, down in the comments, let me know which one is your favorite. And don't forget, if you want to help me out with my fundraising for my local food bank, my Buy Me a Coffee link is down in the description box. You can keep track of how much I will be accumulating, hopefully, over the next couple of weeks. And like I said, on the 17th, that is the last day for donations and for me to submit all of that to my employer so we can get that into the food bank and make somebody else's Christmas even better. Of course, you guys, if you like what you see, do me a solid, tap that like button, maybe subscribe, tell your friends, all of that jazz. Stay tuned for the gag reel. Bye, guys. So you can see. Woo! Go Rattles! Yeah. So today is Sunday, December
the 5th.
The 5th. The 5th?
Mm-hmm.
December 5th. And the Riders are playing the Bombers today. I am filming this right before the game. So by the time you guys see this, either I will be super pumped about next Sunday because next Sunday is Grey Cup Sunday, or I will be wallowing in sorrow and waiting till next year. And just to let you guys know, the Riders lost, so. Oh, see, that hair just has a mind of its own. We're growing out the bangs. I'm very indecisive when it comes to my hair.
Yeah, you like to change it
Bangs,
a lot.
no bangs. Bangs, no bangs. Bangs, no bangs.
And then it's like,
bangs like bangs.
Clink.
Coffee time. And I wanted to try to see if I could get some of my crap. Okay. That was pretty good though at the beginning. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna edit this. I'm gonna edit, chop. Okay.
Go.
Okay, you guys. For those of you who actually watch my gag reels, I have a question for you. Put it down in the comments. Put it down in the comments, okay? We want to know, Abby and I, come over here. Abby and I would like to know, what is your favorite Christmas carol?
What is it?
We sing all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Everything's a song.
Everything's a song. So we just want to know what Christmas carol you love to sing, what puts you in the Christmas spirit.
Like, are you a classic Jingle Bells or like more of a Silent Night? Like, what's the tea?
Down in the comments.
Spell it.